guys, Kole here. So today I'll be teaching you guys how to make thumbnails like Wisp. So here's an example here in Photoshop. So I have made a pack with all kinds of shapes and GUIs and layer styles and other things for you to use in these. So I'll be doing a full tutorial on how to make thumbnails like this. Let's get right into it. So what you need to do is you're going to need to go into the description and click the download link. It will take you to a MediaFire link, and you'll download a folder with these 4 files in them here. So I have a texture pack that I like to use for my thumbnails. I've got the mod that allows you to create characters, and I've got Forge so you can install mods, and then the actual thumbnail pack. So I'm not showing you how to install Forge or the mod. You can find them somewhere else on Google, but I'll show you how to do the rest. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to want to go onto Minecraft, and here you can kind of see one I already made. So if we go into here, you can see this. So I'll be showing you guys how to make these as well. So let's begin. So the title of this thumbnail I'm gonna make is, I don't know, I'm gonna say something like, I can't find any gold, because gold is something needed in UHC. That's what Wisp plays. So I'll make something like this, the normal gold thing. And I'll build a stone wall behind it to make it look like we are in a cave. No, we're not. You could find an actual cave though and do this as well if you wanted to. So next, you want to download the texture pack. If you go into resource packs, drag in the texture pack. It's Breeze V3 by Finlay. Put that in. This is what it will look like this. Okay, so now moving on to creating the character. If you go into your creative menu, go over to the second page, and you will find an NPC wand. I already have one here. You want to grab one of those, and you just want to right click on the block where you want your NPC to be. So I'll right click here. And now you've got this, so I always hide the name because it just looks stupid. So if you click right here, it'll take you to player. Then you can type in the IGN of your character that you want to use. So I'll just use mine, Kole. And as you can see, I have my player here. Right now, there is nothing to get rid of these black lines if you have 3 pixel arms like me. So you can Photoshop them if you do have 3 pixel arms, which is what I always do. So next, you want to go over to AI. You want to go to Movement, Edit, and then click on Body, and then it'll take you to Manual. This is where you can rotate him. So it takes a really long time to figure out rotation. Sometimes you can get it first try. So you want to change this until you get him so he's looking the way you want him to. It's kind of a pain, it really is. So here we go, I got him in the perfect position here, looking at the gold ore. So now, how do we actually pose him? So you want to go over to Advanced, click on the back arrow a few times until you get to Puppet. Now press Edit, and go to Head, and then you can make him look down, you can make him look up, you can twist his head, you can break his neck, I don't know what I'm saying. But I'm just gonna make him looking down at the ore. Okay, so now I'm gonna go over to the right arm. I'm just gonna make it like this, looking up, and then I will stick a pickaxe in his hand. So let me show you how to do that. So once you've got him in your pose, go over to your inventory. You can take a diamond or an iron or a stone, whatever. I'm just gonna go with an iron because that's what people use. Now, if we go over to inventory, we can put in the pickaxe right here. And now you can see he's holding the pickaxe like he's about to mine it. Now we've got everything set up here perfectly, but before we take our screenshot, we do want to go into options and then make sure you use the default FOV, which is 70. If you use anything lower or higher, I recommend changing it to 70 so it looks normal. So once you get here, get it to the angle that you want it to be in. Now once you lined it up perfectly, you want to press F1 on your keyboard. It will get rid of your GUI so it looks all nice and clear. Then I usually crouch for some reason. You just want to press F2 to take a screenshot. So I'll do that now, and done. The game will freeze for a few seconds if you have a slow computer. Mine does it pretty quickly because I have a fast computer. and then this will end up in chat. So you can click on here and it'll open up a preview thing right here. Now what you want to do is you want to right click this and press copy. Now we're back in Photoshop. You want to do Control V and it'll paste in your screenshot. Now I have a 1080p monitor, but this is a 720p thumbnail because ones bigger than that tend to not fit in YouTube, though they do look better. So I always use 720p. So you do want to resize it down a little bit, make it fit in there. If you hold shift, it'll like make these pink lines here. So I always do that, but then don't stretch it. So here I've got this. I'm gonna quickly fix this right here. If you have a 3-pixel arm, I'll show you how to do that. So if you take this color here, that's like on the normal skin, then you just go to your pen tool, or you press P on your keyboard and take it to your pen tool, and then just click and just click on the 4 corners of wherever you want to fill in with a different color, and then right click when you're using your pen tool and press make selection, press OK, and now you can see you've got this here. So just go to your paint bucket tool by pressing G. If you just installed Photoshop, it will show a gradient tool, so just right click it and then click here, paint bucket tool, and then click a few times to fill it in. And as you see, almost looks normal. I'm just going to get my brush tool with that same color. So next thing we're going to do is, if you hide this, if you go into the styles menu and turn it on, you'll see there are 2 layer styles here. One of them is for the background and one of them is for highlighting things. So this one right here is for the background, this one is for highlighting things. So if you copy the background one by right clicking on it in the layers and then clicking copy layer style, you can paste it in your layer styles section here if you want to, by just clicking here and it'll paste it in. Now you can click right here to add the layer style, or you can right click and press paste layer style. So I always like to click on the drop down arrow so it like hides the effects so it's easier to see. So highlighting things is very easy. I'll show you how to do that as well. So if you press P on your keyboard again to get to your pen tool, you just want to click on the corner here, and you just want to keep on doing that on all the gold here. So I'll just click, click, click until you've got all of the gold selected. Now you see this, now we'll do the same thing, right click, make selection, okay. Now you've got this nice selection around it. Now press Control C, make a new layer, and press Control V. Now you can see we've got this gold right here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna highlight this. So if you hide these both, you can go back in the styles, you can copy the first style and paste it here if you want. I've already got it pasted in, so I won't. You can show these again and then paste it onto here. Now you'll see it looks highlighted like on Wisp's thumbnails, looks really nice. Now we do also want to highlight the character if you want. You don't have to, I always do though. It does make it look more like Wisp's thumbnails. If you have a lot of extra little bits on your skin, it does make it look a little bit hard, but it's pretty easy. It just takes a little bit of time. I always find it worth it though. So I'll just go along here. You don't have to do this if you don't want So once you've got it selected, it won't look perfect because it's got a lot of different edges, so it'll look kind of weird, but it should look fine because YouTube does look like this for thumbnails. It's really zoomed out, so it's really hard to tell a small difference. So it is really hard to tell a small difference. So you want to create a new layer and click on this one, do Control C and Control V. Now you've got this guy here. Now what you want to do is highlight him like this. Now if we do hide this background, you see it did get a little bit of the stone in here. So I'll just use my pen tool to remove it very easily, just like this. And press make selection, okay, and delete. So if we go over to the shapes, because this is no gold, we cannot find gold, I'm I'm gonna take the X here, and then I will put it under the gold, but keep the guy over the gold. So we can put this right here, but make it a little bit bigger. Now if you hold shift, it will look more normal, it won't stretch it. So I will lower the opacity a little bit because it's a little bit high. So I'll do it like that. And then I will rotate it just a tiny bit so it's more lined up with the gold. So as you can see here, we've got this now, looks pretty good. Now we're gonna do the last finishing touches, which is going to be the blur. So if we click on the background layer, and we go up to here, we go filter, blur, and motion and radial blur. Now it will automatically be on the spin method. Some people do this. Wisp usually uses the zoom, I think. So we'll go to zoom and make the amount 5. You can go a little bit higher, a little bit lower if you want. I prefer 5, so I'll just press OK. So we have finished our thumbnail. It looks like one of Wisp's, and it looks pretty great. So if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.